Ma'am, I have a question regarding the
Your
quarterly
voice is not clear, beta.
exam.
Your voice is not clear. Yes, Samiksha.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, I
Samiksha.
have a question regarding the quarterly exam.
Regarding the
Quarterly exam.
beta, your voice is not clear. There may be some network problem, no? You just move on to the other place. There is a problem. Yes, I can read it out. What is the problem? Just type it and send it to me. Hurry up. Anybody else, if you had any problem, this is the doubt clearing session, I said. And then we will begin with the new chapter. That is Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, a very important chapter. Yes, Samiksha. The young seagull, yes. The option, that was wrong. By mistake, the answer that I have sent, though it was partially right, but not absolutely, okay? So I'll just take it out and tell you the young seagull. And listen, one thing, children, I had given you bonus marks for it. Got it? I had given everybody bonus marks because by mistake, the option, it was marked wrong. Let me take it out. I'll take out the test and I'll just let you know. That was question number 9, I think so. Yes, the young seagull was afraid to fly because, okay, 4 of the options was there and 4 options were there. And by mistake, it was marked, he was not confident. Though it can be right, but this is not absolutely right, Why? Because in the book, it has been given that he felt that his wings couldn't support it. Okay, so it is one and the same meaning, but according to the book, it should be C option. Listening, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you don't need to worry about it. I have already given you bonus marks for it. Okay, 1 mark has been added. Right? Any other doubt anybody is having? Any other doubt anybody is having? Yes, Arpita Sharma, any doubt? Ishika Jain, yes, what happened? Nobody is having any doubt? Say yes or no at least.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ishika Jain, do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so nobody is having any doubt, right? And the main thing, what happened, ma'am? Can you please retake the grammar questions? What happened, Samiksha? Why the grammar questions you want to be retaken? Yes, Samiksha, why? Okay, I can. Okay. So the first grammar question, it was what? It was the jumble letters. This assignment, this CD bought for. So it was the simple one. I bought this CD for this assignment. There wasn't any doubt in it. Then the second was also jumble letters. These days is learning Jalan, driving Jalan. Okay. So these days Jalan is learning driving. Then Ram came to see you. That was the answer. To see. Why? Because with to, we always put first form of the verb. That is to infinitive. Then second, the next one, stop writing. It should be. So many times even I just tell you when you are doing the test and the time is over, don't I ask you to stop writing? Then he is rich enough to. Again, to is there, so first form of the verb, to help me. Then water freezes. This is the universal truth. Whenever I teach you simple present tense, I teach you, I just give you the example of this answer. Isn't it better? सुन रहे हैं आप लोग?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The students are fighting in the class. An action is going on. You cannot write fighting without any helping verbs. Fights, that is not a daily routine. You know, it's not a daily routine. It is not the action that is done every day. So you cannot use simple present. Okay. This is an action that is going on. So if was is not there, it means are is there, means this action, it is going on right now. So the answer has to be are fighting. Then Sanjay dashed to Australia twice. Means he had gone. So he had been to Australia. Okay. You cannot put Sanjay been. You cannot put has been because he had already gone to Australia. He had already visited Australia. Then the window panes. Okay. Now what happened to the window panes? You got it? The window panes broke. It cannot be because simple past cannot be used here. Why? Because this sentence, it is in the passive construction. And though it is in simple past, but we have to use the passive construction in which simple past is to be used by putting helping verb plus verb third form. So the answer would be the windows were broken. Then India got your freedom, an action of simple past, very simple sentence. Then it was Anna Hazare is, he is still alive, okay? So it has to be is simple present tense. Chitwan, what happened?
Ma'am,
Yes,
my
better.
question. I
Yes,
have to
yes.
ask it.
Hmm?
Ma'am, in the question ninth,
Yes.
ma'am, the young seagull.
Better that I had already discussed. You joined later on. I said the answer would be C because his wings was not supporting him. Okay?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
But by mistake, it was marked D, right? But what
Yes, ma'am.
I said, you people do not need to worry as I had given each one of you a bonus marks.
Ma'am, there was a network problem.
There was?
Ma'am, network problem because that's why I joined late.
अच्छा, fine. But you got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
मैंने सबको बोनस मार्क्स दे दिए हैं. जिनके 100% राइट है उन्हें तो जरूरत ही नहीं थी, लेकिन जिसके 49, 48 एंड सो ऑन आए ना, 1 mark has been added. Clear बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
The next one, he has visited, means it has to be in perfect tense. Visit कर चुका है. Then we won't never use narcotics. Or we will never. क्या होगा इसका? We will never. Will never means and determination is there. Okay. Won't इसलिए नहीं आएगा क्योंकि already not is there, never is there. Right? Don't आ नहीं सकता है. And none of the above, you know. Then Ram dash Karan visit the movie. Okay. Ram and Karan. Now this is what? Two sentences are joined and you have to use a conjunction. Then there are dash loopholes in the Lokpal bill. Okay, so कई loopholes हैं, मतलब countable. Okay, determiner use होगा इसके लिए. There are many. Then whose book is this? Very simple. Then there is no difference between. Now when we use the word between, that is between two things. Okay, between is always used for two persons or two things. If the things or persons are more than two, यदि 3 हो जाते हैं तो वो पर among use होता है, between use नहीं होता. Clear बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it is a violent storm, hold yourself tightly. Then GT road leads directly to Kolkata. ये तो बहुत simple थे. This is the appropriate time when you should wait. Clear? The labor is working slowly. Okay, adverbs लगाने थे. Then smoking has been banned. Okay, you cannot write smoking is banned. It has to be has been banned means ये हो चुकी है. Present perfect आ जाएगा कि smoking has been banned, यानी ban हो चुकी है. Okay, due to heavy rains in NCR, suddenly an old building collapsed. Collapsed मतलब हो गई थी, past tense. And 7 people were killed. Past tense. Okay, मर चुके. The teacher is playing hockey. Now what is it? इसका passive करना है. So hockey is the object that will become the subject. Are you listening or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
तो hockey क्या हो गया बेटा? हमारा subject हो गया. Is playing is what? Present continuous. We don't have to change the tense. Passive में tense change नहीं होगा. तो hockey के साथ is आएगा. लेकिन passive में verb की third form is used. तो यदि is played लिखेंगे तो tense गलत हो जाएगा. That would be simple present tense. इसलिए ing के लिए we always use being in the passive construction. समझ गए? तो hockey is being, playing का third form played हो जाएगा. Right? And by whom? By the teacher. Were they drawing the picture? The picture object, you will make it into subject. और were they तो plural है इसलिए were use हुआ है, लेकिन the picture, you know, it is singular. तो क्या use होगा? क्या use होगा? बताओ.
Was.
Yes, very good. Was use होगा. Was the picture. अब drawing ing form आ रहा है तो being being आ गया, because this is also past continuous. Were the picture being drawn? Okay, draw का third form क्या हो गया? Drawn. drawn by, और they का object होता है them. So this is world, the picture being drawn by them. Got it? Clear?
Ma'am, option, which option?
D1 beta, it was the D1.
Okay.
So you know very well how many marks you got, Chitwan?
Yes, ma'am.
Arpita Kalani, where is she? Arpita, she left, she was there right now. Arpita Kalani. Okay, beta. Now I'll just tell you a little bit of summary of the new chapter, Nelson Mandela. First flight tomorrow onwards, everyone should have the book clear, and we will begin with the chapter, right? Now, you know, Nelson Mandela, who is Nelson Mandela? Can anyone of you tell me?
Ma'am, he was a, social activist,
And what?
and ma'am, he was also the president of the first
Yes, the
president of South.
first black president of South Africa. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
He was the first black president of South Africa. Now, South Africa, like a country, it was ruled by the Britishers. Okay. And for many years, it was ruled. And this man, you know, Nelson Mandela, he fought for the freedom of the country. Clear? And finally, when country it became independent, when South Africa it became independent, Nelson Mandela, he was made the first black, okay, president of South Africa. And when the inauguration ceremony and everything was being held, you know, so whatever was the description or whatever was the presentation or the uh, view of that ceremony, it was mentioned in his autobiography. Do you know what is an autobiography, children?
Yes,
What is
ma'am.
it?
The biography which is written by the
Person
person
himself, life story of a
himself.
person
Yes,
written
ma'am.
by himself. Hai na? If you're going to
Yes, ma'am.
write down, if you will write down the life story of your own, you know, it will be autobiography. And if somebody else is going to write it, then it would be biography. Clear?
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
उसमें उन्होंने पूरा डिस्क्राइब करा है अबाउट द इनॉग्रेशन सेरेमनी. ओके, उन्होंने एक्सट्रैक्ट साइटेशंस लिए अपनी स्पीच से, उन्होंने बताई है पूरी जर्नी, यू नो, as he was a freedom fighter, how did he fight for his country, what happened and so on, और जो भी struggle उन्होंने करा है to gain independence. And then he also pays tribute to all the people, okay, who fought for the freedom, though their names are not being mentioned. And he also mentions the name of few freedom fighters uh, who inspired him a lot, right, beta? And then he also describes a very brutal policy, apartheid, you know, that was followed there. Do you know what is
Yes, ma'am.
apartheid?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, apartheid was the discrimination between blacks and whites among the
Yes,
different.
very good, Chitwan. It was the discrimination difference made between races, okay? Even you know what happened when these Britishers were ruling the black people in South Africa, they were not allowed to travel in the compartments, okay, especially reserved for the white people. In case if they enter the first class compartment in the train in which only white people were allowed to travel, all the luggage and everything was thrown out. And similarly, it happened in the restaurants and other public places, even in the buses, you know, the seats of the white people were reserved. And even the restaurants, you know, they were reserved for the white people, and black people, they were not allowed to go there. Uh,
Yes,
you know, beta, same happened with Gandhiji. He also fought for apartheid, and you know, Gandhiji was in South Africa for many years.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And even once when he was traveling there, he entered the first class compartment. He got a ticket and he entered, but very soon when those people they came to know, all his luggage and everything was thrown out. And then Gandhiji, many times he was not allowed to enter the restaurants in which the white people they entered, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
then Gandhiji understood that lot of apartheid discrimination was there between black and white, and he really fought for it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these dark-skinned people, they were deprived of the fundamental rights. Do you know? Basic rights, right to live, right to speak, right to move, and all. Okay, so this chapter tells us that Nelson Mandela, how with other people, with other freedom fighters, they made a way to gain freedom. Okay, and they try to create such a society where there
Hello,
wouldn't
पानी
be any
पिलाना है.
kind of discrimination between color, caste, race, or religion. So this is what the chapter says, and tomorrow we'll just begin with the chapter. Everybody be ready with the book. Again, I'm saying you, it is one of the most important chapters. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine,
Yes,
beta.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. God
Thank you,
bless
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
God
you so
ma'am.
bless
much.
you all.
Thank you,
Children.
ma'am.
Thank you, beta.
Thank
God
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.